It literally is a propane tank sized thermos of water.
Yes. If you
is water in there? What's in there for real?
This is water, and it stays cold, and I love my new water bottle.
You don't need to be that fucking hydrated, bro.
I've always been hydrated. I was before the curve. Back in high school, I used to take a ragged ginger ale bottle around filled with water. My old man used to like ginger ale and club soda.
Before it got trendy, you started drinking water carrying the water jug.
I was always drinking way too much water.
Because in
That's
LA,
enough water for my shower and my bath.
What do we say yesterday? In LA, bitches love avocado toast, lavender ice cream, and carrying water jugs.
Yeah, and carrying water jugs.
Will might have started the trend.
Yeah, I absolutely did. I used to have a ragged. You remember? I used to dress probably like you guys did, like a pickup basketball game was about to break out. I used to have like just bull shorts and like a horrible free T-shirt, and then you'd have like the 2-liter bottle was all just skid marks and dirt, and it was just sitting underneath the post, and now today we got a thing that looks like a propane tank. If you had a family of 9, you could go for 3 weeks. This would be enough propane.
100%, and I could get halfway across the Sahara with just that right there.
I'd have to strap
that to my back.
This is just LA tap water. As a matter of fact, no, my good friend Dylan Stewart, with whom I grew up in back home in Canada. He lives out here you know him. He lives in Long Beach.
Sure, I know Dylan.
That's right. He's out here. Yeah. He's a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, and he went through, did his own testing on the LA water system and the tap water. He says it's much better than it was even 5 years ago.
Not only
is he a scientist, or does he have any background?
I mean, you tell me, man.
So my friend's Mara, my friend's Mara is a structural or engineer, civil engineer who deals with just water.
Yeah.
And she's a scientist, has her PhD, and she was explaining that the water supply, as it comes through taps and all the stringent standards, is a lot of times way cleaner than you get from bottled water.
Exactly what his friend found.
Would you guys like to try this?
Would
you guys like to try this?
I'm good, bro.
You pass?
I'll pass
tastes
on
like
the
water.
water.
I'm going to take some myself.
Don't.
You'll be jealous when you hear how refreshed I sound after this.
It's going to piss me off. Don't. That makes me blood red mad.
Me too.
Hey, we didn't do a commercial, man. We should do a commercial. Yeah. We want to do a commercial, and we thought maybe you could pipe in.
You got it.
Because the thing is, like, you know how I look super young, right? Right.
Yeah.
And you know how... And you know how I have boundless energy. I have boundless energy because it's like, Brian, you tap into the source, and in a way, it's not magic. It's not magic.
I feel like you're the one saying all this stuff.
No,
though, you know?
no.
You're heavily influencing what other people think, or at least you're trying to by constantly saying it.
No. But people always say, Jesus,
like when you say that's the rumor,
but
you're the rumor.
Also, when you say people always say, that means people never say whatever you're about to say.
No, but I'm saying in the sporting circles and in the artistic circles where energy and charisma and linear symmetry means
sporting
everything.
Circles meaning where you and your wife play tennis, and the artistic circles where you and your children do crafts at home.
Look, bro, that's not just...
I was thinking the same thing.
No, I'm talking about in the avant-garde. In the avant-garde circles.
Don't say it like that.
I'm just saying, in the avant-garde circles of...
You didn't even say the D. So French.
Well, because je suis français. Huh? And people go, Brian, you have boundless energy.
Speaking of songs, I like to sing a song when I come here, right?
Love to hear it.
I guess.
We're on,
hey,
man.
It's just a show that we love a lot. It's the man, the fighter, and the kid, right?
No.
He is the man, and the other two are not. It's the man, the fighter, and the kid.
No. I like it.
One is the man, and the other is the fighter, and the other is the other guy.
No, the kid.
It's a man, it's a man, fighter, kid.
No, I don't like that fucking
song. The man,
song.
the fighter, and the kid is brought to you by 10 Minute Podcast.
What?
It's Will Sasso's podcast.
Huh?
And Brian used to be on it. Also brought to you by Clam Chowder, the health food that nature intended. Hey, everybody, welcome. But yeah, after you left, the smell in the room returned to just the gas from my asshole. And just to keep it up, I actually farted into the mic for you. because you weren't there.
Well, I remember one time when I had our new house. It was our new house where my family was, and my wife, my newborn, and I had my sweet little daughter who was maybe 3, and you came over for a little bit. You ate all the cheese in my fridge.
I remember that. I was eating it out of a bag.
Yep,
right?
You ate all the cheese, and then you said, "Well, I'll see you guys later." Now, in my house, and Brendan, you don't remember this because I don't think you ever went there. I had a downstairs bathroom with a glass door, just a glass door. So there wasn't a lot of, it was a glass door.
Hey, come on.
And we were seeing him to the door, and he said, "I'm going to make a left turn here. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Give me a second." He made a left turn. He closed that glass door, and he shat into that bowl, and it made such a loud noise. And my wife went,
I just ate cheese.
My wife went, "Oh my God." And I go, "Oh yeah." She goes, "But it's our new house." I go, "Well, he's taking a shit. He shat in our new house." And he got up and he goes, "See you later." And with his big meat paws, grabbed my wife, gave her a big old smooch on the hand. He washed his hands or he didn't. I don't know. But the bottom line is there was some poo-poo germs on his hands.
Yeah.
Grabbed her by the couple cheeks, gave her a big old kiss.
Grabbed her by the face.
Uh-huh.
With the
gave her a big
hands.
old inappropriate kiss. She felt traumatized and then smacked me on the ass and left.
How about the time that me and our good pal Marshall Cook went over there while you were out of town, and Marshall took his shirt off, and we took a bunch of pictures with him holding bottles of wine with Amanda.
He took a picture of me. He said he had both my children in his hands with a dead face.
Will did?
Yep, and it was a picture, and it said, "I'm at your home. The family is lovely." I was like, "No!"
All these across the country, just dead eyes with Stella and Finn in my arms.
And Marshall has a good body. He's young, and he took all these pictures with his shirt off with my wife in his arms. Yeah. Not appropriate.
So
when I want to soar, when I sprout my eagle wings and I want to soar, there's a limit, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you get on a plane, they go, "What's your load?"
What's your load? You got to weigh your bag. Yeah.
And then sometimes if there's an extra bag, and we got to get from point to point,
I'm following you. Yeah.
Then you gotta.
No, man, don't say that about the show.
It's cutting the fat.
No, it's a podcast. It's a fun podcast.
I know, but
it's only 10 minutes long.
I enjoy it.
Look at my life.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Brendan.
No sugar in my life.
You've always been a friend of the show, Brendan. This is unbelievable.
Unbelievable, Brian.
No sugar in my life. No sugar in my life.
Band of brothers, watch it.
No leftists. No leftists in my life.
Oh, no leftists. See, I knew you were voting for Trump.
No.
Everyone within the sound of my voice, we're going to close out this episode with Brian's word for Donald Trump. I appreciate that everyone's continued to listen to 10-Minute Podcast. We're going to move on with the Fighter and the Kid here. It's always a joy to come by, and I want loyal listeners of 10-Minute Podcast who appreciate the show to know that the reason that Brian hasn't been by is because Brian is going to vote for Donald Trump.
No, I'm not.
And because Chris won't vote at all.
That's not
at all. He has no idea.
He has no idea. And I'm very political, and I'm running as a third-party nominee, and I'd like to make my announcement now. Thank you so much for listening. Please vote for me in 2016 with my running mate, Chad Coulson, and Tommy Blotcher. No! Oh, unbelievable.
That's Brian cutting the fat.
There it is.
That was 10 minutes. We actually did a thing. Oh, thanks for listening.
What you got, Evan the Bear, the Cub? That's hilarious.
Brian, it's not an Oldsmobile. Just buy a new one, okay? You don't have to worry about your trade-in. What do I get on a trade-in on this?
Man, I don't know. They're expensive, bro.
Right, they're really expensive.
You're just talking about buying another Tesla.
Brian, you don't have $700 laying around.
You guys are being mean.
Whatever. Take me for a $700 lunch.
No.
Now.
Right now.
Yeah, I want it.
I want a $700
What do you have?
lunch.
Will you have the $6?
I have the
I'll tell you
$6.
this right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect. Hey.